Patty.
I guess I overdressed.
Well, she's got the wrestling thing. Her son's on the wrestling.
Actually, it's just that one.
Did you get one of these?
Nice shirt.
Hopefully not the one they're going to get hailed on.
Just I need a pen.
Yeah, we're going to be okay.
They were using them for the baby was. You got to get them.
And I interviewed today with the Bush Institute for they have a veteran leadership program.
Which is for what?
The nonprofit people that are in veteran nonprofits. They pick them up and
I need a
have
cone.
like a dozen sessions over the next year that are aimed at
Seriously.
addressing veteran issues. So
Usually it's not. Oh,
yeah, I lined it up.
I need her.
Hopefully I didn't take too much charge of the interview.
Don't set into a hot mic.
Let me tell you what's going on.
We'll get started in just a minute.
My wife doesn't.
What were you saying? This one out.
We need.
Yeah, that's it. Looks familiar.
Oh, I get it now. Just waiting on it. Hi, Justin. And Garrett, and Maddox, and Jack. It's so great to see you all
Usually
here.
over there.
Braving the weather. I hope no one gets held on or got held on earlier. We'll get started in just a minute. We're just voting on one person. My fault. I need something printed. Wade, you need to turn your phone on. I need that big ringtone, the big honking one. It's wah, wah. Yeah. then you hear
Put a special ringtone on for you.
the
We could
really-
take
the really bad
nominations.
one. Siren. A really obnoxious one just for me. Thank you, Miss Anita. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Trophy Club Town Council meeting for April 12, 2022. I hereby call us to order at 7:02 p.m. We do have a quorum this evening with all our council members present, for the exception of Councilmember Schaffner. Not even video today. He's a busy man. But welcome, everyone. So glad you're all here, and please rise while we get our invocation by Pastor Jeff Brooks of Lake City Church of Christ.
Let's bow together. Creator God, we thank you to be reminded today that rain and seasons come in your time. Father, we're thankful to be refreshed, to be reminded that new life is springing forward all the time. Father, for these ladies and these women that dedicate so much of their time to this city and to the citizens of Trophy Club, Father, we pray that you'd give them wisdom, that you'd give them strength, that they would not grow weary in doing good as it produces a harvest. Father, help us to be doers of justice, protectors of freedom, and your agents of change in this world and in our city. We just thank you for the opportunity to serve and to glorify you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Councilman Beach, will you please lead us in our pledges?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you.
We're working on the echo.
Oh, didn't even notice it. The echo.
Sound like you're in a stadium.
Well, we do have a sports team here, so I guess it's appropriate. Time for public comments. This is an opportunity for citizens to address the council on any matter. The council is not permitted to discuss or take action on any item presented. Presentations are limited to matters over which the council has authority. We respectfully ask that anyone stepping forward to speak during public comments to please limit remarks to 4 minutes or less. Each speaker must have submitted the request to speak by completing the speaker's form or by emailing mayorandcouncil@trophyclub.org. And I see we do have a couple signed up to speak. We have Miss Jeanette Tiffany. And you know the drill, name and address.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Good to see you guys. I'm Jeanette Tiffany at 44 Cypress Court, Trophy Club, Texas, and I'm representing tonight the Trophy Club Mother's Day Art and Garden Festival. And I'm really pleased to be here. And I see Tony because he's my buddy. The purpose tonight is to invite the town council and residents to join us on Friday evening, starting at 6 o'clock, May the 6th, through Sunday, May the 8th, at the Trophy Club Town Center. And in case you don't know where that is, it is at the corner of Trophy Club Drive and 114, Trophy Club.
Clock tower.
What?
Clock tower. Everybody knows the clock tower.
And the clock tower. That's true. And the art festival this year will be featuring artists both in Texas and around the country with various art mediums. The Children's Town Center for Art and Garden, face painting, and Mother's Day cards. And I'm going to tell you, this year we've upped our game for the children. So moms, bring your kids out, have fun, enjoy the opportunities for the children. The flavors of the festival, and that is anchored by Blue 22, a great partner for us. I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to work with both V and Mac. And also featuring the Greek food truck on Saturday, and the lobster food truck on Sunday. And there will be a specialty coffee truck on both days, and other offerings. Now, you may not know this, but the lobster truck is the most favored food truck in the Metroplex. They have 35,000 Facebook followers. Now, somebody figure out for me, if we just get a piece of that, how many, and people actually follow them and go where they are to eat their lobster rolls. So this is a great opportunity for the town of Trophy Club and to bring people in through the food trucks. We also have kind of upped our game with the garden center. There will be a lot of flower arrangements, pots of plants, and garden art. And a unique feature that we are exhibiting will be the Byron Nelson High School Student Art Exhibit, where it will be juried, and we will give 2 $500 scholarships to those who are awarded. Along with the art, there will be horticultural arrangements from Byron Nelson High School, and this is all featured in the A-Loft during the festival days. So we're going to hopefully move people over there to see the student art. And I want to also say a great partnership that A-Loft has given us and offered their whole entire area to exhibit the student art and the horticulture. This is year number 2 for our festival, and our goal was to be better, not bigger. And that's a challenge in itself. But this goal has focused our efforts and our resources to achieve the goal. Social media and targeted marketing are a big difference. And through this effort and coordination, there's a win-win for the town of Trophy Club, the Trophy Club Town Center, Beck Ventures, Trophy Club Women's Club, Mother's Day and Art and Garden, our sponsors, Lisa SQ Real Estate, First Financial Bank, Palafox, Griffith Roofing, A-Loft, Bevan, Tom, and Candace Dillard. And I say this because these are all Trophy Club people. And this is a wonderful opportunity that they have come together to sponsor this event. An event like this does not happen without volunteers who support their time, expertise, energy, resources, and finances. And as chair, I want to say thank you to each volunteer, either past, present, and the future. So volunteers make it happen. It's with gratitude and appreciation that I'm here today speaking for all of Trophy Club Women's Club, recognizing the significant role of the town of Trophy Club, mayor, council, and staff under the city manager and his great team contributes to the vision, the planning, and the execution of this event. We thank you and invite you to join us Friday evening and Saturday and Sunday. This is a special weekend to celebrate moms, children, family, neighbors, and visitors to Trophy Club from all around the Metroport area. So our intent from the very beginning was to reach out to our neighboring communities. We began this festival with the question, why not in Trophy Club? A special event honoring moms, drawing neighbors into our town, having a fun family event, raising funds to support the Trophy Club Women's Club regional charitable giving. For example, we give to the Metroport on Wheels, Refuge for Women, I Could Still Shine, Battered Women's Foundation, Roanoke Food Pantry, and a number of others. And over the years, we have given sponsorships and charitable givings of over $800,000. It is to this end that Trophy Club Women's Club exists, to invest our time and our heart, allowing us to support our charities. It's a win-win for all of Trophy Club. And I thank you, and I look forward to this weekend, and it's about 3 weeks from now. I invite you to come, bring your friends, and even though it's on Mother's Day, you can come on Saturday, or you can come Friday night. But either way, we invite you and hope you will join us and pray that the wind will stop blowing.
If not,
Thank
Tony's
you.
got it covered,
Yeah.
like last year. Thank you, Jeanette. And Ms. Terrell Flynn. Were you supposed to come together? I'm so sorry. You should have just walked up here. Okay. Well, as I stated, we can't comment on your public comments, but we certainly can comment when we get to announcements and reports, which I think we are to now, unless we have anyone else signed up to speak this evening. Okay, Mr. Wade Carroll.
Tonight under announcements and reports, Mayor and Council, we have for our business spotlight, the Premier Martial Arts. Would you like to come forward?
Good evening. Thank you very much for this time. We really appreciate it. My name is Ryan Collier. My family and I are the owners of Premier Martial Arts Trophy Club. Tonight, I've got my instructor, head instructor Trong, with me. He wanted to issue a challenge to do backflips. If any of you think you can do more backflips than he can, he's ready to go, even in his dress shoes.
There might be some
guys
behind
here. We are very excited to be in this area. We're a new martial arts school to Trophy Club. We are actually located right across from the high school. I believe Wonderland Montessori was here last time. We're just around the corner from them, next, right behind Popcorn Central. So right in the middle of the neighborhood. We just opened up a few months ago and have already started getting some members going at our school. I have a few things to say just to let you guys know about us. First of all, as an organization, we are a franchise organization. We've got over 200 schools open currently, and there have been 500 schools that have been sold. So over the next several years, you'll continue to see that Premier Martial Arts brand continue to grow across the country. And so what does that mean? Why is that relevant? Well, we are a pretty large organization within the martial arts space. And so we have a great backing to help us teach students really well. And then I guess if I could bring it back down closer to our school and what our aim is, our focus and our aim is to be the Chick-fil-A version of the martial arts space. So we want to be, the highest class service. the best experience, the cleanest school. Every time you come in, you get that consistent quality service. Our focus on our target demographic is a 4-year-old up to the 74-year-old grandpa. So we'd love for anybody in that mix in the family to be able to train together as a family. And then our focus and our desire for each student is for them to get their black belt. So we want students to come in, set a goal, achieve that goal by getting their black belt. We graduate black belt students every year. So we would love for you guys to come by. We've only been open for a few months. In fact, we have our grand opening ribbon cutting next week. Everyone's invited, Thursday the 21st. We'd love to see folks out there in support of us and then get started in training. And you all are welcome to come. Free lessons for everybody to come out and try us out. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Anyone have any questions for Premier?
Carl, you gonna flip?
No flipping?
challenge-
Before
any
my
challenge
artificial hip,
takers?
the answer will be yes. Now the answer is no.
Well, martial arts is a great activity, and my kids did it when they were smaller. They actually did Taekwondo, and it was a great experience, both, whether they were practicing or not. It's good in and out of the gym there. So highly recommend you all get on over to Premier, look them up, check them out, and comment, let us know how you like it over there. Thank you for being here tonight.
I'll just add, I'm thankful that the age cutoff is 74. There's no pressure for me to join.
Okay, if y'all don't mind, I'd like to move up number 3. And Tony, if you can hang out for just a minute. So I know we have a big crowd tonight. I appreciate y'all braving the weather to come out for our item number 3, which is recognition of the Byron Nelson High School wrestling team and coaches and the trainers for advancing to our state tournament. They've had a record-breaking year. They had a great year, which I was just privileged to be a part of, and I'm sure y'all all know from various sources and from me sitting up here and the color of my hair that I'm very into our wrestling team this year and the past few years when my son Justin was part of the team, and couldn't be more proud of the entire team this year, this season. They've had an amazing season, and so proud of our coaches, and they actually won awards as well, not just the kids. So I'd like to welcome our wrestling team up to the podium to say a few words. I know there's a lot of you, but just kind of gather around. Coach O, you want to come up? And maybe the captains come up, and then we'll do a group photo after. Otherwise, it's going to be the whole room. Ladies and gents.
All right, they're all being chicken, which is
Oh.
I know y'all can talk. Well, Mayor, Council, thank you all for having us. We greatly appreciate you all bringing us in tonight to recognize these athletes, coaches. As you mentioned, we did have a record year for our standards and for what we've been through. Y'all know Byron Nelson's 12 years old now, and we had many kids step up this year and lead. Many kids step up and have success on the mat and off the mat, and earn themselves scholarships and a lot of different opportunities beyond wrestling, which we're extremely proud of. We had 5 boy state qualifiers, 3 girl state qualifiers this year, so 8 total, which is most we've ever had. I think prior to that, it was like maybe 5. With 3 placers, Alyssa Ruiz took 3rd, Haznat Raza took 2nd, and then Logan Montezolo took 4th this year. And so we had a great group of kids that we're bringing back next year, hoping to get even more, the same number, if not more. It's always our goal. Every year we kind of put a number to it. But knowing that the end result is just who they are as people, keeping them safe, who they are as people, building them up, to be outstanding human beings and bystanders and just people in the world. And all these athletes behind me, and Coach Martin, who's back there, and Coach Johnson, who's not here tonight, Coach Smith, Coach Dietrich. I couldn't do what we do without them, and we're working hard daily, and they're doing their part to rise to the expectations, rise to what we hope they'll be. And their parents included, just helping us. It takes a village to build up these athletes, and we're extremely thankful for the opportunity to work with you all. Extremely grateful for the support that you all have given us, and Byron Nelson especially. And just looking forward to the future. and just continued success with y'all support, support of the community. That's one thing that was my goal coming in as a head coach 5 years ago, is just to get more community support. Because with community support, it's only going to help make our team stronger and our school stronger. And we've had a lot of people from the community and parents and volunteers step up to help us a great deal over my time with the program, and even just being at Byron the last 8 years. So thank you to the city, thank you to parents, thank you to the council, mayor. We couldn't do what we do without y'all support, without the community too. And of course, just all the effort and all the work that these kids have put in. We get out there and yell, but at the end of the day, it's them putting in all the work, them bleeding, them sweating, them. I mean, we cry too sometimes, but the laughs, is everything. It all comes together to build the champions that they are, on and off the mat. And so, proud of y'all, we love y'all, and we appreciate y'all.
Well, thanks so much. And I know you hit on our state champs, which we have here tonight with us, and we also have our qualifiers with us. So in addition to Alyssa, Hasnat, and Logan, we also have Hannah, Trinity, Justin, Jack, and Garrett, who all went to state and competed. So congratulations on that. We also were the district champions, District 2, 6A, first place for boys and third place for our girls. So that was a great feat. And also, Corchin Ellis was named Coach of the Year of our district. And our assistant coaches, Johnson and Martin, were assistant coaches of the year. So congratulations to you for being such great leaders and role models for these kids. Also, at our district, we had several district champions, Justin, Jack, Garrett, Hasnat, and also Alyssa and Hannah. So great job there, guys. And region, I believe we came in third. Region, was that?
Boys to
Fifth. That's still good. So we.
Oh no, we were fourth. I'm sorry. We were
fourth. See,
by
that's better
7.5 points.
That's right. It was very, very close. But I do appreciate you all being here this evening. And on a personal note, I've been team mom and booster mom for a lot of different sports. And I said this at our banquet a couple weeks ago. This has been the most rewarding experience on and off the mat. I've gained not just friends, but family. Being involved in wrestling, and for these kids, it's such a great experience that they will carry forth throughout their lives and their careers, actually. For those of you who are interested or, want to check it out, I know there's a lot of camps this summer, and I know they're starting in middle school now to get kids into this. It is great for boys and girls, and actually I'm a little more scared of the girls than boys. If you've ever seen them wrestle, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I couldn't be more proud of our team, our coaches, our trainers this year, and the whole program, and especially our volunteers. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes work that goes on, as you know, with all our sports. District only provides so many resources for our sports program, so it's left up to the parents and their booster clubs to really take up the slack and fill in. And our wrestling board has done an amazing job this year, and we want to welcome the new board in because they're going to take the reins and do even better for the years to come. But I'll come down and give you this, and we'll get a big, if the rest of you want to kind of fill in behind there, and we'll take a team photo. And congratulations to everyone. Short people like me. guys don't have to stay. This was the most exciting part of the meeting. But we really appreciate y'all making it out here. It's so good to see our youth and our students come to our meetings. It's my favorite meetings when y'all are here, so. And before we get to Tony, as part of announcements, so I don't speak at the wrong part, the Women's Club Mother's Day Art Garden Festival, they say it's even going to be better than last year, but I'll tell you what, last year was pretty darn great. It's the first time they did it. It was fantastic. It was so nicely done. Everything from their artwork for their marketing promotion to the actual event to the art and the vendors and the food and the drinks, because there is beer and wine. It was fabulous. And even though it was windy, Tony took care of that. You know, all the volunteers that came did a great job, and it was really great. So I'm super excited for this year because it's going to be even better and even more yummy food. And it does sound like you've added quite a few things, a lot of things for the kids and everything. So I'm super excited. It's a great weekend. It's a perfect weekend to, like Jeanette said, you know, to celebrate families, not just mothers, but everyone. And you have 3 days to make it out there. So make it out there for, you know, one day or all three from May 6th to the 8th. And Councilwoman Olson.
Thank you. I just want to brag on the Women's Council. I know, Mayor, that you're a member, and I've been a member several years also. And I've served as a volunteer there on the executive board and on the appointed board. And the hours that go into this for this charitable organization, just so that they can raise funds to give it away, and to give it away in the name of Trophy Club, is just spectacular. And I'm so proud and so excited. And I volunteered last year, and I'll probably end up volunteering this year because we support you in what you do for the community. So congratulations.
And Mayor Pro Tem Lamont.
Just a question. The setup, is that Friday afternoon or Thursday night?
Friday afternoon, we start setting up Friday morning, and we will be open for business at 6 o'clock.
Those are some of the best pictures.
Which is good. Yes, in the evening, but this is new this year because artists were ready for Friday last year, and so we thought, well, we'll take care of them. Not the fancy, the food will not be available until Friday. I mean, in terms of food prices.
Great. Anyone else?
I think because of the Women's Club, we have a veteran memorial too. So
That's right.
that was the spark that got that started.
Thank you for recognizing.
And we have senior scholarships. And how much, you guys raise how many tens of thousands of dollars each year? I know one year it was like $60,000.
Well, we raised about 12,000
Just total.
for,
Just total. I mean, it's a
yeah,
big,
12,000 for the scholarship garage sale, which is coming up in 2 weeks.
April 23rd, right? Yeah.
And then we, anywhere from 40 to 50,000, so we're about 60,000.
Yeah, so about $60,000 a year. This group raises funds for local charities, mostly women and children. And I think it's just amazing that they're here in Trophy Club, and I think they are a gem of our town. And I encourage, if you're not a member of the Women's Club, it's what, $25, $30 a year? You know, $30 a year. I mean, come on. But there's, yeah, you get free, but there's an event every week or sometimes 2 times a week. I know Wendy's sitting right here. She chairs there's a shooting club. I mean, there's a club for everyone, reading, dining, wine, lots of wine clubs, bunco. I mean, you name it, they have it. And the fundraising and the charity work is just amazing. So I feel so blessed that you guys are here, so grateful. And everyone come out to the Art and Garden Festival, May 6th, 7th, and 8th.
I'd like to just add, I just think it's very, very important to appreciate the partnership between the town of Trophy Club and the Women's Club. Because I can tell you that we would not have been as successful as we've been over the years without the town current past being a partner with us. No doubt, it's a critical success factor. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, are you ready, Tony? Sorry to make you wait.
That's okay. I was not going to argue against
the wrestling team, so
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Good choice, because the girls were here
Yeah,
and they're
I'm
pretty
okay
vicious.
with that. Good evening, Mayor Council. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm excited to provide an update for you all and our residents on our community events coming up. As you all know, April is pretty busy for us, and we hope to see everyone there. Starting with the extravaganza event, which is scheduled for this weekend, April 16th at Independence Park East, and that's on the east side of the park, on the T-ball fields is where we'll be stationed and waiting for all our residents there. It's scheduled between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. I'm also excited to announce that we will have a total of 15,000 pre-filled eggs for all the kiddos to pick up as with different age groups. Our age groups will be 0 to 3, 4 to 5, 6 to 7, and 8 to 10. And we'll have about a 5 to 10 minute separate times in between, so that way, people aren't stumbling all over each other. So we will have bags there available for those kiddos that may forget their baskets at home, whatnot. So we got them covered. We'll have a professional photographer there to take pictures with their families and the Easter Bunny. So we're excited about that. Big thanks to Bar Church as well. They'll be there volunteering, and the Easter Bunny will be coming from them as well. So we're excited about that. The next big event that I've got on the list here is Taste of Trophy Club, which is scheduled April 30th at the same location, Independence Park East. We are excited to announce that this is our first event to have beer and wine for the event. We'll have live entertainment from Electric Avenue. We'll have various inflatables, balloons, and face painters for the kiddos. We do have 8 total restaurants confirmed so far, so we're excited about that as well. So it's going to be a busy event. It'll kind of mimic the 4th of July event, and we can't wait for that to come on board as well. So again, it's from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on April 30th at Independence Park East. I do want to thank our sponsors, Freeform Chiropractic, Premier Martial Arts, I know the gentleman was here tonight, Performance Fitness, Wonderland Montessori, the Power Home Remodeling Group, Camp Gladiator, and Homelight. So yeah, we were fortunate enough to have them participate in their sponsorship program. They will be out there with the sponsorship booth as well, just kind of entertaining and interacting with the public. So we're excited about that. And then lastly, of course, our biggest event of the year is our July 4th event, right? We'll start off with our Patriot 5K and Fun Run that will kick off at 7:15 a.m. in the morning. However, folks will be able to show up around 6 o'clock to do an early registration for those that missed the registration process beforehand. And that will be hosted at Byron Nelson High School parking lot, as it always is. But any questions, please feel free to email us at parksandrec@trophyclub.org for any questions. And then followed by the 5K, we'll have a Parade of Patriots that starts at 9:30 a.m. Last year, we hosted approximately just under 50 floats. Very, very busy for us. We do have about 3,000 spectators that line up throughout the Trophy Club Drive and Parkview and Durango. So we're looking forward to that. All these registrations will be open by the end of this week, so look out for that. Again, any questions that our residents may have or anyone from the public, just email us at parksandrec@trophyclub.org. And then, of course, our last event of the evening would be our 4th of July celebration, which starts at 6 p.m. We'll have Limelight, the entertainment group out there, entertain the crowd like they always do. And last year, just a heads up to our residents and our folks, we did experience about 8,000 folks that showed up, record for our department and for our town, so we were really excited about that as well. So I'm expecting or anticipating about the same amount of folks showing up. Our fireworks will kick off approximately around 9:20 a.m. I'm sorry, p.m. 9 a.m. p.m. And those last about 20 minutes to 23 minutes. So we are going to do something a little bit differently this year, and we will open up our food trucks back up right after our fireworks show. And that just kind of helps folks kind of hang back a little bit and help alleviate the traffic on the way out and whatnot, and help our police officers as well. So that concludes my update. I'm available for any questions if you have any.
Well, thank you so much. I know people are like, why are we talking about July 4th so early? Well, registration opens at the end of this week, right?
Yeah.
So when you get people signed up for that, And these events take all year to plan. And last year, I think, was flawless. It was an amazing event, record number of participants and spectators. I love the idea about opening up the food again after. That gives traffic a time to kind of weed out, so you don't have to sit and wait, can have some food. And, the lines do get pretty long because we have so many people coming in to this event. So I think that's a great idea. Our other events, extravaganza, 15,000 eggs. That's great because I know that we can never plan for how many eggs we're going to need, but, that's a great number, and hopefully everybody gets some eggs. And because, people show up from all over for these events. So, I know you plan the best you can. And as Terrell and Jeanette mentioned, the spring garage sale, April 23rd. Again, that money goes to our senior scholarships. And just so there's no confusion, the reason why you have to get a permit is because, per ordinance, individual yard sales, estate sales are not allowed in town. So the Women Club applies for the special event permit, and under that umbrella, they're allowed to collect money for their permit. They are allowed to do that. That is the right way to do it. That's the legal way to do it. And so that's why if you want to participate in the garage sale and be per ordinance, then yes, you buy a permit. So I know there's been a lot of question about that, and it goes to a great cause. So hopefully you won't get too much pushback again this year. I think last year kind of quieted down a little bit, but I do like to mention that again this year because I know there is some confusion, and just so there's no confusion, it is legitimate, it's the right thing to do, and it's under their special event permit. So also community cleanup on April 30th. I know little hiccups last year, and our staff has really reevaluated that, going back to Byron Nelson High School parking lot. And that's actually put on by Republic, and we just partner with them. So our town staff stepped in and made it just a little better logistically for everyone. So there shouldn't be the headaches that we had last year. And plus, it was also during voting, and there was a lot of factors last year. So I think it still went great last year. Everybody still got business taken care of, but it will be even better this year. And then, of course, like Tony mentioned, our Taste of Trophy Club, our first event. Y'all been hitting home runs with your first event, so I see no difference with this. Super exciting for that. So thank you for your team, and I know you're the new the volunteer, the TCPRVA. I have to write it down because I can't remember all those letters. But our Parks and Rec Volunteer Association has been doing a great job. I know you've been getting a lot of help from them and a lot of participation, and so I'd like to thank those volunteers for helping you out with all these events. So thank you so much for the update. Anyone else? I know I talk too much, but we have a short meeting, so.
Can't follow up on that.
I think I hit everything. Okay. And now we are to the consent agenda. Are there any questions or comments on these items or a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve consent items 4 through 8.
Second.
I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Lamont and a second by Councilman Beach. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Unanimous. Thanks, Dennis. Did you hear me? You're not smiling, Dennis. I'm just joshing with you. He's such a good sport. All right, individual items. Review future agenda items with Mr. Carroll.
Good evening again, Mayor and Council. Thank you for having me up here again to talk about future agenda items. If you look in your packet, you'll see on number 1, receive an update on entryway monumentation. So the subcommittee on art has selected Half and Associates. We are working on a contract with Half and Associates now. They say it'll take about 14 weeks to get the designs for each location in place. They also gave us 2 more artists to look at, and Anita has made contact with those artists over the last couple of weeks, and their pricing is about the same as the other artists that had applied. So we're looking very good in there, and they're also local artists here in North Texas area, so we're able to go to their shop and monitor their progress and kind of see how things are done. And if you guys would like to go out there, we're able to go out and see some of their other work. So we're very excited about getting those other artists on board. The strategic plan, I put up at each of your position there. We have a new strategy map that we've been working on as a town. The old strategy map is on the back wall back here, but with council's help, in January when we did our retreat, we came up with a new vision and mission statement for the town, and then we decided that the focus areas needed to remain the same, that those were good focus areas to continue monitoring and making sure that we're making headway in each of these areas. The big change that you will see is in the objectives category. So when we're looking at a strategy map, that objectives category are the things that we concentrate on for this strategic plan will be the next 3 to 5 years. So when you look at these objectives, they won't be quite as broad as the strategy map in the past that I feel like just kind of threw some information out there. Yes, we do need to be a safe community, but we want to dial in a little bit further using the citizen survey and the input given from council and the input from staff as well. And we want to make sure that we're dialing in directly on those areas that we want to try to make an effect on in the next 3 to 5 years. And then at the 3 to 5 year mark, when these things start rolling off and we feel like that we've done a good job there, we'll come up with some new objectives that still hit in those focus areas, still point back to our mission and the vision that's laid forward by council. So staff worked real hard at the retreat and came up with these objectives. And now what's happening in the process is that each of the staff department heads are going back with their teams and they're developing goals within their department to meet these objectives. And safety and security, a good example, safety and security that says prioritize traffic safety. Obviously, we have a traffic problem here in Trophy Club, and we're trying to alleviate that. Well, there's things that we can do in Parks and Rec. There's things that we can do in the fire department. There's things that we can do in the police department, obviously, to help us in traffic safety. There's things that we can do in the street department to help with traffic safety as well. So when we come up with these goals for our department, that won't just be when you look at safety and security as the focus area and then underneath it the objectives there. It won't just be a single department's goal that will help meet that. And when we put the entire strategic plan, you'll be able to see how our areas kind of work together and how these different departments work together to ultimately bring us to the vision that council has put in place. So we're real excited about the progress we're making there. We should have goals from the department heads coming back to me by the end of this month. So we're to start review and then working on measures as well. So for each department, we expect to have between 3 and 5 major goals. Of that, we'll have at least probably 2 to 3 measures in each area as well. That way we're monitoring the situation and ensuring that those measures are pushing us towards that mission and vision as laid out by council and our citizenry through the citizens survey. So we're excited about the direction we're going. We feel like we're making some good headway and looking forward to seeing that plan to its full fruition. The next is modifying the existing Veterans Memorial to include the Space Force. So the plaque has been ordered. It is here, and we expect to install that on April 21st. So that thing is still moving along well. We've got the sidewalk finished, the plaque will be in, and the last piece will be the monuments. So once the POW MIA monument is in place, then that project will come to an end. But as you recall, it's about a 6-month wait, so we still got about 3 to 4 more months left to finish out that monument. But soon we're looking forward to getting that. And Tony's group has been out there beautifying the beds, and everything's looking very good. And then our streets crew actually did the concrete work in-house, and they did an amazing job there as well. So that's coming along.
The town has a full set of flags, right, for all branches of service?
That's correct, we do.
Do you have a Space Force one now too?
Yes, we do. And speaking of flags, if you noticed on your way in, we got our 3rd flagpoles installed. We're waiting on the concrete to cure, and the high winds tonight didn't help us. We were hoping to sneak an American flag up there on our 3rd pole in place, but with the high winds, we were afraid the concrete hadn't cured quite enough to be able to do that. But we've got that in place now, and within a couple of days, we should be able to be flying our American flag at the highest point, and then our city flag and Texas flag on the other old poles. So we're excited to have that done as well, and we know that that was a council directive as well. The last, placing an ordinance to provide beer and wine sales for the town of Trophy Club. I know it was council's desire to look at possibly passing an ordinance so that council wouldn't have to approve beer and wine sales at every event. David's been looking into that, and I'll kind of give you the floor, David.
The way the ordinance stands now is you cannot sell alcohol in parks unless council approves it or approves a policy for it. I guess the direction we're looking for tonight is you want us to prepare something that basically delegates the approval to staff as part of the special events process? Or do you want to have it come back to you for a vote before someone gets a permit for an event?
I would go with A. That's me.
So make it part of the special events purpose. Okay, we'll come back with an ordinance kind of delegating that to staff, and include some conditions, or make it where it doesn't have to come back to y'all every time conditions change or something like that. Is that fair?
That works.
All right. And that concludes my updates on the future agenda items. Does council have anything to add?
Just a question. Can that big thing back there be recast, or we gotta get a new one?
No, actually, that thing was designed, Jill had that designed where we can change it. So it doesn't have to be recast. We can just change the lettering on it and change out with our new objectives.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good planning.
Any other questions or any other thing for future agenda items? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next order of business is to go into executive session. So as mayor hereby advise you, we're going into executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.087, deliberation regarding economic development negotiations, Section 551.071, consultation with an attorney, and Section 551.072, deliberation regarding real property. Time is now 7:45. Yeah, I have to go by the Women's Club at 9, set up my tea table.
to the Eternal Head.
Now, is that just tonight?
That's the book, Keeping the Lights On Downtown in America's Small
So is
Cities.
that just tonight? Is that just
Might
tonight?
be worth it.
It very well might be.
So you can't do what I do?
Put it on my list.
Didn't even autograph it. Come on.
Craig,
Send me a
sit
book
down.
and don't autograph the book.
They say that all the time on Facebook.
All right, the time is now 8:09 PM, and we'll reconvene into regular session.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second? All in favor? We're adjourned. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Dennis, you had your opportunity. You could have voted no.
Ah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, you blow it.
Streak is broken.
Take a note, take a note.
The streak is broken. So you'll start a new streak next week.